basic requirements to start your own pig farm. That will be the subject of today's video. Alright guys, it's a beautiful moment right here. If you're new to this channel, please ensure you subscribe to this channel. Lots of great content on profitable pig farming will be made available to you. Alright, let's delve quickly. What are the basic requirements for you to start your own pig farm? Now, number one, you need to have a space to keep them. That's basic. You wouldn't keep your animals. Of course, people run the extensive system, but I would advise you make use of the intensive because it's far more better than the extensive system, because pigs are fatty animals, so you don't want your animals running all over the place. They would obviously lose lots of energy and fat in the process, so you want to ensure you keep them in an intensive system. So one of the basic requirements is for you to have a space to keep them, and for you to build that space, one of the important thing you need to have is a feed trough. Of course, some people drop their feet on the ground, but I would not advise you run that all the time. I think it would be good for you to have like a trough, a feeding trough. It could be as big as this, it could be smaller than this. Anyhow you decide to do it works well, as long as you can easily pour their feet in there conveniently and they can feed as they want. So that's one of the basic requirements. Make sure you have a feeding trough for them, and then also ensure you make their ground, the flooring, very solid, because these guys are very destructive animals. If you have not heard that before, please quickly know this. These guys can dig almost anything. Once they get an avenue into the hole, they keep on digging. So you want to make sure you spend on quality materials for the flooring. That's one of the basic requirements you need. Make sure the flooring is very solid. Don't use too cheap material. Don't economize on that. Make a very solid flooring. So that's one of the other basic requirements you need to ensure that your animals are going to be all right, and ensure that your farm will be good to go. Now you also need a way to give them water. Now there are different ways to go about that. Of course, we in this pen right here, we're making use of this innovative way, but that's an alternative also. The trough you see there, one is actually meant for food, the other is meant for water. Now this is like a deprecated system. Not too many people are using this system anymore, where you are, in short, that serves not just as the water trough but also as the wallow. I'm talking about this trough right here. It also serves as the wallow, but not many people are imbibing this system anymore. The modern way now is to make use of the shower system, the hose system, where you make use of hose like this. Make use of hose like this to spray the animals. You could get better one to spray the animals, and after spraying the animals, because one of the main reason why you have the wallow system is because these guys are special animals. That means they don't have sweat pores, so they are special in the way, in that sense. Their body doesn't have sweat pores, so whenever it's quite hot, like a situation like this, if you look right here, you can see what this guy is doing. You can see how this guy is sleeping inside the water. That's because it's trying to find a way to cool off the body. So because of that unique characteristics of pigs, you have to make an avenue for them to be able to cool their body. And if you're not going to do the wallow system, as I told you already, is deprecated, you can also make use of the hose. That means at a certain interval during the day, you will just take the hose and spray the animals. That's being used. Whichever one works for you. So some other people make use of the automated shower system, or even the manual shower system, where right on the top they fix the shower. Right on the top of their pen, they fix the shower there, and they can switch. There will be a switch where you can switch on the shower falls, and when the shower is done at a point, some people do some automated one where it comes at a certain moment in the day, maybe in the afternoon, maybe by 12 o'clock the shower will on for probably all the pens. That, of course, it's a modern world right now, so lots of great innovations are out there now. But some people do the manual one where you just switch the shower on and it pours out for them. That's, of course, all those things I talk about are quite expensive, so depending on your budget you can decide on which one to use. So some people actually just make use of the water paint. That means they use like a paint to just, like a water container, to just wet them with bowls. So that's another way people do it. So people use different means. So, but you know, some of these means are much more tedious than the other ones. So whichever one works for you, make sure you imbibe that. So one of the other basic requirements that I would advise you to have on your farm is a water tank. And there's a very big need for you to have this, because these animals are animals that have they use water a lot. Pigs are animals that water is a basic requirement for them. So you want to ensure you have a water tank. Depending on whatever capacity, depending on the farm you have, you go for the capacity that you need. It may be 1,000 or a 1.5 or a 2,000 or probably bigger than that. So you can get a water tank where you can easily pump your water into. So also that also suggests that you are supposed to have a pumping machine where you pump your water into it. For those of us that don't have that are in places where the power supply is not connected there, we have to make use of the generator, the alternative means generator, to obviously channel water into the tank. Of course, this is a new age where there is solar available, so you can get some solar devices that would also help in pumping, depending on your budget also. But there's a very big need for a water tank. It will be very tedious for you to make use of a well. Of course, if your well is very close by, maybe, but your well is quite far, it will be very tedious, because these animals will need lots of water. And I will really advise you don't reduce the number of water you give them because of the stress that it takes. So make sure you find a convenient means that would ensure that they will get water continually. Also, obviously, they will be needing a roof on their head. So please don't make that mistake of leaving your house to the open sky where water can easily fall in. Even though we say these guys needs water, it doesn't mean they need water in that sense where the rain is always on them. They need a place where whenever rain is falling, they can be under. They don't need water all the time. They need water at some certain time. So please, you need to be informed that you need a roof. And for us right here, this roof was this is not the new one. You know, this iron sheet you see here is the used one. Of course, when you are running a farm, you want to make use of the cheapest way to go about things, as I already revealed in a video already. So you want to make use of the cheapest way, and you can see the way we did this using the bamboos and everything. So make sure you do what works for you and do what works for your budget. But this is one of the basic requirements. You need a roof on the head of your pigs. Also, you'll be making use of buckets, obviously, to mix your feeds, the broom, the packer, and all those many things. These are some of the things you need to have. The shovel. You need the shovel, what you use to mix your feed. All those things are basic requirements you should have while starting your farm. And you want to also make sure you have all the disinfectants that you will make use of to ensure the right biosecurity on your farm. So these are basic requirements. You know, basic meaning the things that you cannot afford but you must have on your farm. So please, if you're planning to start your home pig farm, these are some of the things you should look out for to start your farm. You should look how to getting them on your farm. I really hope this has really helped you and has really inspired you. If you know you enjoyed this video, click on the like button and give us a thumbs up. And if you are yet to subscribe, you can subscribe. Ensure you subscribe for lots of great quality content on profitable pig farming. Thank you very much. Bye bye.